Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive? Today, we're tackling a pop culture giant, Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse, huh? Sounds fun.
Oh, it definitely will be. We've got a list of his top 10 iconic moments, and let me tell you, there's a lot more to this mouse than meets the eye.
More than meets the eye. Cayman, he's a pretty simple character, right?
Well, would you believe that he was the first cartoon character to snag a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame?
Whoa, seriously.
No joke. That alone should tell you we're dealing with a legend here.
All right, I'm intrigued. So, where do we start with this global icon?
Great question. We've got to start at the beginning with Steamboat Willie back in 1928.
Ah, Steamboat Willie, that classic black and white short.
The one and only. And it wasn't just any cartoon, it was revolutionary because it was one of the first cartoons to have synchronized sound.
Oh, right. I remember reading about that. It was a total game changer, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It basically changed the entire landscape of animation.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just the technology that made Steamboat Willie so iconic.
What else was it then?
Well, our source material points out this one scene where Mickey uses animals on the boat as musical instruments, like a cow's teeth for a xylophone, stuff like that.
Haha, I can picture it. It was super creative and totally original.
Exactly. It showed how sound could be used to tell a story in a fun and engaging way. That playful use of sound. That's pure Mickey.
So how did this silent film era character go on to dominate TV? I mean, wasn't there a whole Mickey Mouse Club?
You bet there was. The Mickey Mouse Club premiered in 1955, and it was a smash hit. Suddenly, Mickey wasn't just on the big screen. He was right there in everyone's living rooms.
The Mickey Mouse Club, huh? That's a total blast from the past. Didn't that also launch, like, a ton of careers?
Oh yeah, it was like a star factory. We're talking Britney Spears, Justin Timberlake.
Hmm.
Some major names got their start there.
Wow, that's pretty impressive for a show hosted by a cartoon mouse.
But Mickey's reach goes way beyond TV. Think about it. His image is everywhere. T-shirts, lunchboxes, you name it. Even high fashion.
You're not kidding. Mickey's face is on everything. When did that happen? When did he become, like, this huge brand?
Well, the source material suggests that the merchandising really kicked into high gear in the early days, and it just kept growing from there. Mickey quickly went from a character that people loved to a symbol of, well, almost a symbol of Americana.
Kind of like a walking, well, not talking, but, a symbol of good times and simpler times.
Exactly. And it's interesting because these days you'll find Mickey on designer handbags and collaborating with luxury brands like Gucci.
Gucci, wow. So he's not just a symbol of the past anymore. He's still evolving, finding new audiences.
It's pretty clever, right? Those high fashion collaborations introduce him to a whole new generation. People who might not have grown up with Mickey Mouse are suddenly seeing him in a new light.
So he's not just for kids anymore.
Not at all.
Yeah.
And speaking of showing different sides, let's talk about Fantasia. Mickey as the sorcerer's apprentice. That's a far cry from the mischievous mouse on a steamboat.
Oh, yeah. Fantasia, that's a classic.
It really was a turning point for Mickey. In 1940, Fantasia showcased his ability to be more than just a funny character.
Wait, I'm curious about that. How did Fantasia change things for Mickey?
Well, the source material goes into detail about how animators use specific techniques to convey a wider range of emotions in Mickey's face. He experiences real fear, anxiety, even regret in Fantasia.
Huh. I never thought about it that way. It's way more complex than, say, Steamboat Willie.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Fantasia was groundbreaking in so many ways. Visually, musically, it was a masterpiece. It really pushed animation as an art form. It still looks incredible today, don't you think?
Absolutely stunning. And it sounds like those 2013 Mickey Mouse shorts did something similar, too.
You're right. They brought Mickey back to his comedic roots, but with a modern twist.
Yeah, I've seen a few of those. They're hilarious, but they also feel really fresh.
Exactly. What do you think those shorts say about Mickey's ability to stay relevant?
Well, I think it shows how adaptable he is. The humor might be contemporary, and the animation style has definitely evolved, but the core of his character is still there. He's still mischievous and optimistic, just with a 21st century edge.
You've hit the nail on the head. He keeps up with the times without losing that spark that makes him so special. And we can't forget video games. They've helped introduce Mickey to a whole new generation of fans, too.
Oh yeah, video games. The Epic Mickey series, for example. It's a cool blend of nostalgia and modern gaming,
You
right?
got it. It lets younger audiences experience Mickey while also giving older fans a chance to relive their childhood memories.
It's kind of amazing when you think about it. How many characters have remained popular for, what, almost 100 years?
It really is remarkable. Why do you think he resonates so much with people, even after all this time?
Well, think about those grand celebrations for Mickey's 60th and 90th birthdays. It wasn't just about nostalgia, people genuinely love him.
True. It goes beyond just remembering your childhood.
I think he represents something universal, something we all connect with. Joy, laughter, that sense of wonder and magic.
And he brings it all together in this, well, in this incredibly appealing package.
He's more than just a cartoon mouse, he's an icon.
So, to wrap things up, we've seen how Mickey Mouse has transformed from a simple cartoon character into this global icon. We're talking about a legacy that spans entertainment, fashion, technology, you name it. It's really incredible.
It really is a wild ride when you look back at it all. It makes you think, doesn't it? What does Mickey Mouse truly represent in our culture? Is it pure nostalgia, or is there something deeper, something more profound behind his enduring appeal?
That's a great question. Food for thought for everyone listening. It's amazing to see how Mickey continues to influence us even today. Hopefully, this deep dive has sparked your curiosity to keep exploring Mickey Mouse's impact and what he means to you.
Yeah, thanks for having me on the show. Always fascinating to dive into these pop culture icons.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us, everyone, and we'll see you next time for another deep dive.